So recently Wave 3 released for the Mario Kart Booster Pass, and I wanted to rank each track like I did with the other two. If you haven't seen the other two, please check them out, give your own opinions on what tracks you thought were the best, and yeah, let's get straight into it, and I hope you're having a great day, so here we go. Now, by far, I am very impressed with the actual tracks themselves for Wave 3. I thought they were a huge step up from the other two waves, and I can only imagine that there are many great tracks to come, but I feel that so far, this wave has been sensational with the variety. So, let's get into number 8, which is Boo Lake. As much as this one is quite pleasing to the eye, it is a very short track and doesn't really have nothing to offer, although it is one of the Boo tracks that we have in the game. I think it's actually the very first Boo track that's been in Deluxe, which is nice, but I feel like each lap is relatively short. You know, the track itself is, you go underwater, but then you come straight out of it. There's not much glider action, well, no glider action at all, so I feel like they could have implemented that into it a bit more, but you know, they did their best. However, far more interesting tracks in this wave. So for 7th place, we're going to have London Loop, which I'm not too big of a fan of this one. It is alright. I don't really have anything else to say about it except for it is, you know, another tour track. It's got some cool landmarks. For me, it's not as good as any of the other tour tracks. This may be an unpopular opinion, but I would probably say this is one of the worst tour tracks. 6th place, I'm gonna have to go with Merry Mountain. Now, I'm probably gonna get flamed for this one. I like it. It's cool. I like what they went for. It looks amazing, the song is good, but I just feel like the rest of the tracks on this list put up a better fight in terms of variety, graphical design, and definitely better music. And also, I feel like because it's a new track, I haven't really had much time to experience it, and it's just not as good as a lot of the other tracks. 5th place, we have Berlin Byways. This is the one I really like because it's not only a tour track, it's very difficult to maneuver, and I feel like it makes it more fun in that retrospect because literally turning the corner can get you into ongoing traffic. It may cause you to bump into cars, slowing you down, but I feel like if it wasn't like that, it wouldn't be challenging, it wouldn't be fun to go against. I enjoy the enemies that are on the map, like the Womps and Thwomps, both of those, and also much better than London Loop, because London Loop, although there's traffic, I just don't think it has anything to offer. However, Berlin Byways, I was impressed by this one, and yeah, it's just really good. Now, down to all of the retro tracks. Here we go, we've got 4 of them, so I am ready. Starting off with 4th place. Now 4th place is going to have to be Peach Gardens. What they did with the style and graphics is amazing, and they even did something pretty cool for the last lap. They switched it up, causing you to go in a different direction, which I think is actually amazing because at some point in the track you will come across a glider section, and just to see the entire Peach Gardens from the glider section, it is pretty goddamn cool, and I think it's a nice feature that they added. In 3rd place, it's going to have to be Rock Mountain, or for those who do not know, in the UK this is known as Alpine Pass, which I'm not really sure why the name changed considering it's the same track, but we'll go with it. For this one, this was one of my favourite tracks from 3DS, as I used to play that. I mean, my definite favourite track for 3DS was Maka Woohoo, but this was definitely second. The whole point is to drive off a cliff, back up the cliff. It's got a big glider section, a lot of pipes to propeller you back up onto land, and quite a few shortcuts. It is just an all-round great map, and the previous style that they used to have with like a very dull looking, I think it was like a rock looking mountain, and now they've managed to turn it into something that's bright and beautiful. It's great, and I'm very impressed by it. This leaves second place and first place, because obviously you won't know this, but my favourite track of all time is Maple Tree Way. However, you have Rainbow Road in the mix. So yeah, second place, drum roll, Maple Tree Way. Although this is my favourite track of all time, it just manages to lose out on the top spot. But I'm going to go over some of my favourite changes from this. Obviously, you know, back in Mario Kart Wii there was a little bridge section at the end of the map. That's been replaced with a glider section, which it's kind of cool considering it gets you to use the glider more often. Especially when you're going into the cannon at the beginning, that also uses a glider section. It's nice that we get to see the wigglers trying to block your path. However, the one complaint I have about them is, in this version, they don't seem to be as long as they did as the Wii version, making it less of a competition to get past them, and I feel like that kind of dumbs it down a bit, which I'm not really happy about that. But in all fairness, the music, they kept the same great music but just made it a little bit different from the Wii version. And yeah, the autumn theme is gorgeous, and yeah, it's just a track that I love. And first place, Mario Kart 7's Rainbow Road. Now, I will have to probably say this. Out of every track so far that they've added in each wave, this has to be the one that received probably the best changes. Like, everything about it, as soon as you load into the track, you can see the animated moving rainbows on the road, which is so mind-blowing. You've even got the galaxy theme to it with all of the Milky Ways. You've got the stars, you've got the planets. It's amazing. I could say many things about this track, and I definitely will. So the whole space theme's amazing. Driving onto Saturn's rings, going onto the moon, having a lot of usage of the glider. It's so great. Even the music makes you feel immersed. It's so goddamn brilliant. I could go on about this track all day, but yeah, first place, Rainbow Road, 100%. It's just amazing in every single way, and yeah, it's just one of those things that I'm so glad they added it to the wave 3. Otherwise, if it didn't make it to any wave, it wouldn't be the same game without it. So yeah, let me know what you think of this. What are your opinions of each wave, if you obviously do play it, or even if you don't, which ones look the best aesthetically pleasing to you. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. Leave it in the comments your opinion on what you think of them, or these type of videos in general. And yeah, thank you so much. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one, or over on the Twitch. And yeah, yeah, that's all I have to say. Goodbye. Thank you.